In the 16th century, Norwich suffered several major fires, destroying around half the city's buildings, particularly in 1505 and 1507. The use of thatch was forbidden in Norwich from 1509, but it took the city decades to recover, and as late as 1578, when Queen Elizabeth visited, she commented on the number of derelict properties. This 1931 photo shows the 19th century thatched tea rooms in Chapelfield Gardens, which somehow slipped through the regulations forbidding thatch. It was taken down in 1938 and the site now looks like this. 6 thatched buildings remain, and this video will order them in a form of a circular route, and I'll add postcodes at the end if anybody would like to do this walk. The first one is at number 54 Bishopgate and is known as the Hermitage. Dating in part from the 15th century, the north facade seen here is part of the cathedral precinct walls onto which the house was built. This photo is from 1967 and this one dates from 1935. This is the rear view of the Hermitage, with restoration work taking place in 1997. Let's go into Elm Hill now, where we can see the Britain's Arms in 1936. Built in 1347, it survived the fire of 1507 and has been used for a variety of purposes over the centuries. This photo dates from 1934 and subsequently, after restoration, it's seen here in 1985. It was featured as the slaughtered prince in the film Stardust in 2006 and is seen here in the present day compared to this photo, which dates back to the 1800s. Pickerell's house in Rosemary Lane dates originally from the 15th century and is named after Thomas Pickerell, wealthy merchant and a mayor of Norwich. It's seen here in 1935 and seen here in 1938. This view is from the north in 1937. Some internal shots follow, and a plaque on the wall, though difficult to read, refers to it having been the Rosemary Tavern, which it was from 1835 until 1908. Set at right angles to St Swithin's Alley next to the Norwich Arts Centre is this thatched cottage dating from the 17th century. It looks like it was originally 2 cottages in this 1931 photo and is seen here in a similar 1935 photo. It had been the Hampshire Hog pub in the 19th century, closing in 1911, and it's reported that the last game of Loggerts was played at the Hampshire Hog pub. Now into Westallgate, and at number 20 this was the Light Horseman pub, also known as the Barking Dicky, which was a Norfolk phrase meaning singing donkey, apparently because that's what the pub sign looked like. All of these photos are from the 1930s, but comparing this last one to the present day, we can see that no building is now attached to the left hand side of what is now Waring's Life Store. That allows us to go up the steps to the left to find the last of Norwich's 6 thatched buildings in Lion and Castle Yard. It dates from the 17th century and is believed to have originally been 2 weavers' cottages. It was renovated in the 1990s by Norwich Preservation Trust, and these are there before and after photos. While it's generally understood that there are 6 thatched buildings in Norwich, here's a 7th that I stumbled across in Castle Gardens, believed to be a store next to the Whiffler Open Air Theatre. Do you know of any more? If so, please add them to the comments. Meanwhile, here's a list of Norwich's 6 thatched buildings with their postcodes, and if you wanted to do a circular walk, you could with this information.